Next, in our We Hate Ism series, we talk about sexism, talking about the struggles that women all around the world face just for being women. And don't be surprised when we talk about the intersectionality of some of the other isms, because when we really get into one, the others follow.
Back at it again.
Yep. How's it going, Shaggy?
It's going pretty well, Fred. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Can't complain too much.
Where's Scooby-Doo? He's somewhere.
He's banished.
Yeah, he's bad. The real Scooby-Doo wouldn't have peed on your rug.
And the thing that kills me was it was fresh.
Yeah.
It would have been something because I don't know if you consider locking him in, but like he sleeps in my room at night. And so every morning I release him to go to the bathroom. But I sprayed Folex on it and it came up really easy. So I don't think the stain had to sit.
Yeah.
And it was very, very dark.
He was getting down on that rug.
Yeah, I've looked it up. There's so many things that are like, oh my gosh, health concerns, kidney failure, arthritis. My cat's just an asshole. And the thing is, like, he's been by himself for an extended period of time. And at least we haven't done like a deep search, but from what we've seen, there hasn't been anything that's like in disarray. I truly think it's just him telling me that he's upset with his current litter box situation and he wants me to fix it expeditiously.
Yeah.
But I want to get him like, anyway, it's good. We can get so deep into this and I don't want to on the podcast. Anyways, yeah, Scooby's an asshole. He might make an appearance this episode, but low-key, I hope he doesn't.
She'll probably try to beat him up.
I won't beat him up on camera.
Not on camera.
But you know.
Good luck to him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyways, so.
Yeah, we're back at it again.
For a Halloween-esque episode.
Yeah, we just decided to dress up because we got back from vacation and we did not make it anywhere for Halloween.
No, so we decided to put our costumes on the podcast.
Wow.
I think we did a pretty good job looking at it.
I think we did a pretty good job. We just need 3 other people.
Daphne, and Velma, because
we need 2 more other people. We have Scooby the cat.
Yeah, anyways. So.
But yeah, oh my God. We should have Pumpkin be our Scooby.
No, Pumpkin needs to be Shakira. I sent Chanel a TikTok of a dog with like a skirt that had bells on it because Pumpkin likes to shake his little booty.
He be shaking.
And so the dog, when it got really excited on Halloween, was shaking his booty and all the bells and like things are shaking. It was so funny.
Yeah.
So Pumpkin Shakira.
Yeah, that's gonna be him.
Yeah.
I have faith.
Yep.
But yeah, so without further ado, our topic for today, oh my gosh, our plight that our characters know nothing about.
That's
our plight.
I think it was like kind of ironic that we dressed up as men to talk about sexism.
Yes.
2 white men.
2 white men, one of which was stoned out of his mind and was not arrested not once.
That one.
Not once.
That one.
Not once.
Not once at all.
But yeah, so we're here to talk about sexism and our plight as women.
And I know the people who are going to be listening to this episode are fans, the ones that love to leave us comments in the comment section. They're going to have such a great time with this episode, like they liked our first one.
Yes.
Yes.
Who knew there were so many capitalism lovers? Wow.
My brother watched the episode and he got halfway through it and he told me that he was like, yeah, this is going to be controversial. I was like, we're just talking. I personally don't think the questions that we asked in that episode were anything out of the ordinary personally, but you know, I am not the type of person to go leave comments on YouTube in the first place. If I don't like a video, I just kind of stop watching and I keep
Move
it pushing.
on to the next.
But I digress.
Tyrion. But yeah, let's use our one brain cell to talk about sexism. Yeah. Well, you know, we live in a society, once again. We live in a society where things are just set up weird. And I think the problem with sexism and like the conceptualization of it is that you cannot separate it from racism or classism or anything else.
Like we discussed, like I think in the very beginning, all the isms are kind of together. When we talked about classism, when we talked about racism, all other aspects kind of came into it. So it makes sense as we talk about sexism that racism and capitalism, I think I said classism, but anyway, they all kind of come
same.
into it. Yeah.
All same. But yeah, so where to start? Let's talk about everybody rolling back women's rights in this country.
What do you mean, Chanel?
Because nothing's been happening.
Nothing at all.
Wow.
Yeah, so I think, what is it? It's more with regards to reproductive rights. I almost said that word. Also, I have a little cough.
A little cough, wee wee.
Excuse the cough. But yeah, all with respect to reproductive rights, where women, especially pregnant women, are seen as second-class citizens because they do not have the right to make any sort of like decisions on their own body. And I mean, that is just like, that's a full stop like sentence. But then when you add with an asterisk to it and put like, especially a woman who wants to have a child, that's when it gets even more restrictive. Which I think.
Here we are.
Yeah.
2025.
Yeah.
But yeah, so rolling back women's right to choose. Repealing Roe versus Wade.
Yes.
And it's just like, okay, so we're just undoing the civil rights movement. We're undoing all that nonsense. For why?
Yeah, to me it doesn't make any sense because I don't fully understand what there is to gain.
Yeah.
Outside of just the fact you want to show power in policing women.
Yeah, I think a lot of it goes into a darker territory because if more women, because the people who want an abortion are still going to get an abortion if you have enough money.
Exactly.
Let's get that
and
straight.
That's where capitalism also comes into it.
Yeah. If you have enough money, you can get your abortion. Don't worry about it. You could fly to another country. Boom, you're done. Congratulations. Or you can come to California. Period. You're done. Congratulations. They want poor people to have more children so that they can have more slaves for their capitalistic system. Yay!
Which, to me, I guess, when you lay it out like that, in a sense, it quote unquote makes sense. It's like the purpose is to make keep the rich rich and the poor poor. It just, to me,
it's just boring.
It's boring, but also it's like, if you keep your constituents happy, things are easier for you in the long haul. You know what I mean? It's like, people who are happy in the little bubble that they're in aren't really the type to want to shake things up. I feel like that's something that is kind of common sense, common knowledge. But then to me, so it's like when you're trying to become more and more restrictive, you're making people more angry. It kind of just backfires to you, and that kind of hinders your power.
It can't last forever.
Right. You know what I mean? Because it's like the more you make changes, there will be a group of people who support it. But then when they start to realize that those changes are affecting them as well as everybody else, they're going to get upset. And if they're going to continue to get upset, if you're going to keep trying to push stuff, you're going to get more pushback.
Yep.
And at that point, all that work that you did to get that power is going to, it doesn't make sense to me.
It doesn't make sense.
And when I kind of talk it through, what I think it through, I'm just like, what are you doing? You know?
What are you doing?
I can understand it if it was like, oh, let's give them everything that they want. And in the background, I'm going to do all the stuff that's going to cause things crazy. Okay, yeah, that makes sense because you're giving people what they want. You're making them more amicable, I guess the word could be. And then it's like, yeah, do your dirty business. But if you're throwing it in their faces,
it ain't gonna last.
No.
It can't last. So yeah, no fun.
No fun.
Wow. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think also because we've had this conversation a lot when it comes to sexism, but I feel like the way it can also tie into like racism as well is if you kind of look at, again, with reproductive rights, the way in which like Black women, the healthcare perspective as well, how there isn't a lot of training in the healthcare perspective to ensure that Black women specifically are protected. I feel like I can't even think of, it's so sad, I can't even think of like one example. I've just seen so many examples of different Black women going into
Serena Williams.
There was a woman who they were trying to arrest her because she was asking for different care because she didn't feel safe for her nurse. And she was like, I want to take she wanted to take her baby that night.
Yeah.
Because she was like, I don't trust the care. And they're like, no, ma'am, we won't let you take your baby out of the hospital.
Yeah.
You can leave, but your baby has to stay. And it was a Black woman. And she was like, you have to understand, I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe. And it was like more and more people coming to crowd around. Nobody was helping her. The fact that it's now a trope in medical television shows to have a Black woman coming in with an ailment and then being sent away, and then that ailment being so much more serious that there's a possibility that she could die. Like, we literally watched it in, what is it? 911? Is that the show? I've seen it in Grey's Anatomy, just as two different examples. I'm sure I've seen it everywhere else. It's just like, it's sad, but it's commonplace now.
Yep.
That a Black woman
Yay.
will go in, and I feel like that kind of ties a bit of the sexism and the racism, because a man would go in and claim something and no questions.
And the fact that brought up two things for me. So the first one is the fact that gynecology is based in the torturing of Black women slaves, and that's how it was created.
I didn't know that. I feel like every time
you
come up,
my knowledge base is vast.
Chanel just finds herself reading a bunch of things. Or she showed me her TikTok once. My TikTok is like cooking videos, Dancing with the Stars, Love Island, stuff like that.
Like,
food to eat.
You want to know about the ice cream man? You know that song? You're gonna hate it in a minute. I'm like, damn. And this is after I already got my degree and I was taking classes, and they were like, guess what? Everything's racist.
Yep. I can understand why, if your TikTok was like my TikTok, you could understand why I'd be scrolling, because it makes me happy.
Yeah, I get off of it after a while.
Yeah, that's
but
intense.
Yeah. So that fact, and then the fact that every treatment for gynecological issues is extremely painful, and they don't give pain meds. They just don't care. We have babies lying down literally for no reason. Like, that's not the healthiest way to do it. And the list goes on. The list goes on.
Of course.
Just nonsense. And then also the fact that everything in our society is built by, made for, and tested for men. Every time you're driving a car as a woman, those safety features were not tested on women.
Yeah.
Especially not in the driver's seat.
No. I mean, you told me before that you in your car, getting into your car, because your steering wheel should be at about your chest. You are smaller. You got in and it was just like, what, practically at your neck, your face? And you could, you kind of reached the limit of pulling it down where you could get it.
I did the best I could do.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, you kind of fall in, like the average American woman is 5'4".
Yeah.
And you're like about that height. So it's just like the average American woman struggles with her car being at the appropriate place, because the average American male, I think, is in the U.S. is like 5'7", 5'9", whatever.
Yeah.
So a couple inches taller, meaning that like,
and what are we to do?
We can't do anything. We can't do anything.
There's a limit on the amount of cars you can buy.
I mean, it's not even a limit on the amount of cars that you can buy. It's the fact that you need to kind of go to the manufacturing. You need to go all the way back into the beginning to be like, and it doesn't even have to be like something as far as like, oh, make brand new cars, like cars for women, cars for men. Just make a slight adjustment so the steering wheel can go down a couple more inches.
Yeah.
Just a couple more
some
inches.
Women crash dummies in the driver's seat.
Oh, but women don't drive. Did you not know that?
All of our husbands drive us around.
Because, I think it might be just because we come from a society where it's like the men are the providers, the men are the ones that get stuff done, and the women stay at home. That could just be the perspective. Like, women aren't supposed to drive.
Yeah.
They should be in the house. Taking care of the children.
The children. The bad child. Bad Scooby-Doo. But yeah, so, yeah, nothing in this world is made for women. Wow.
Not surprising.
Not surprising at all, in the slightest.
Yeah, and I don't think any change is going to come soon. I feel like that's the part that sucks, because it's like, I feel like you need to remind me the name of the movement, the one that's happening in South Korea.
4B movement.
The 4B movement. There is a lot of conversation going around with the 4B movement, and I do believe that it's bringing attention, but it's like, maybe it's give my lack of research, but what has kind of come from it.
Yeah.
You know
I
what I
think
mean?
they're still in the trenches. I don't
And
know
it's been
much.
years.
It's been years. I think it's going to take a while. But I think their most successful thing is they're not having any children. So
Which is good. Yeah.
in the next, they were saying like they've reached a point, even if they start having babies at the level that they need to,
There's no
they're done.
Yeah, I heard there's no graduating. I forget what year, but there's an upcoming graduating class where the upcoming kindergarten is gonna have maybe they're projecting at most like 2 to 3 kids,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
Something like, I don't know if it's like this, if it's like upcoming, but like in the upcoming, that's like, which is good. But I feel like the point that I'm trying to make is like, it sucks that it has to be an extended period of time.
That's the war from the bottom up instead of them just making the right decisions top down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit unsettling because also, I don't know if you watch the show Adolescence on Netflix.
No.
The general premise is it's talking about like kind of incel culture, which I think can kind of can coincide with sexism, because it talks about like how a teenage boy, this girl kind of like was like, I'm not interested, kind of setting a boundary, and she made a joke, and because she made that joke and hurt his feelings, he killed her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like that's kind of where there is, I don't know why the words are escaping, but like an area of concern, because like you as a woman can like make a point, be like, set your boundaries, stay true to your core, and a man can go, oh, I'm bigger and stronger, push you to the ground. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, it's great that there is community amongst women and that there is support amongst women, but sometimes it all takes one angry man to kind of go out there.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time, just go out there and go pew, 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 pew.
Pew, pew, pew. Yeah. It is crazy to me that a lot of the mass shooters, not a lot, virtually all of the mass shooters, virtually all, there's exceptions here and there,
yeah,
are white men. I asked my parents, because there was a TikTok going around that was basically like, if you want to test someone or like talk to someone, whatever, ask them like, hey, what do all mass shooters have in common? Right? So I asked my parents. My mom's going to send another cease and desist. So I asked my parents. I first asked my mom, and I was like, okay, what do all mass shooters have in common? And she was like, they're all mentally unwell. I'm like, okay, probably. I think you have to be mentally unwell to pick up a gun and kill people.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going, Mom. Keep going. What's the number one that they have?
I'm already laughing because your mom.
She's funny. She's funny. She's funny.
I need to get permission. There's some videos from our trip.
Yeah, because that was funny.
Anyway, get to the point.
But yes, so then I kept like, okay, what else? And she kept saying stuff that I was like, you're not even in the vicinity. Which is, like, these would be the first things that I think of.
Yeah.
And then strangely enough, when I went to my dad, I was like, what are the most common? He was like, white male. I was like, oh, my father. He knows.
Because I mean, like, you just peep that. You know what I mean? Like, when I think of a lot of the recent mass shooters or the most notable mass shooters, that's the consistency amongst them. And yet, when you have, and I've been making this point because we've been watching like a lot of crime shows, right? So we're currently watching The Americans, right? And there's an APB out for a male, white male, black hair, certain stature, and it's the exact same description of our main character. But because you were saying because he's wearing a suit, he can't be the perp. And I was like, if it was a black male, same thing. That guy sitting in the suit, they'd be like, that's him, and they'd bring him in. They would already have 3 people. Yeah. So it's so interesting to me that there's a consistency between what we see as the mass shooters, and it's like the demographic for majority is a white male, yet there's nothing being done to try to corral or curtail that. It's immediately, the immediate thing is we need more gun control, which I agree.
Yes.
We need more gun control. We need more mental help, mental support, or support for people with mental disabilities, which I agree, but it kind of just stops there when it's like, there are other things. Like you were saying, your dad immediately said, white male. So it's like, why isn't there never conversation to kind of be like, do we need to do psychoanalysis of all white men? Do we need to put all white men specifically into certain trainings to ensure that they can like, because a lot of it
And
is
reach out to that community to try to address what's going on.
right, but it's never that.
Yeah.
And I feel like that coincides with the racist aspect and the sexist aspect. There's nothing in society that men, especially white men, can do wrong, essentially.
And the funny thing that makes me think of, so you know the Black Panthers, right?
Yes.
Black Panthers, yes.
Yes.
You know the reason why we have such strict gun control laws in California is because Black Panthers were the ones carrying guns. Okay, so women, all we have to do, all of us get together.
I had no idea.
Yes, if every woman in this country started carrying guns, I'm telling you, they would get rid of guns in this country.
It's honestly, you just need to get minorities as well.
Minorities, women, if we all start carrying, tomorrow, the guns would be out of our hands.
Honestly, yeah. This is not funny.
It is funny.
No, it's not. I'm trying not to laugh, but can you imagine if women became like mass shooters?
Yeah, it would be done.
That's crazy.
It would be done.
That's crazy.
It would be done.
You're not wrong though. I had no idea. Like I knew the Black Panthers had a very strong presence in California because when I was doing a lot of work with the Black organizations at my last job, we were talking about how like the presence of the Black Panthers in Oakland. So I make sense, but like that's just it just again to my point prior. If you really sit and think about it, none of this makes sense. Like if you really sit down and think about it, I'm like, I can't logically go like, okay, because this happened, we're doing this. Because this happened, we're doing this. Da 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 da. Like I can't piece it together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel that about a lot of things with people who are in high power. I'm like, if you were just clear with the decision that you're making, maybe I could understand it. Like, okay, because of this and this, but because I don't know, I'm just like, I feel like you're just grasping at straws, being like, oh, because of this, I want to do this. And I'm like, wait, but that's like nowhere in the line. Like what?
And it's always for money.
It's of course. And again, every problem because of capitalism. We have sexism and we have racism continually perpetuated. And there's nothing that can be done.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what are we getting at?
Stop. No. Never. No.
Maybe. We'll see.
Good luck. Good luck.
But continue.
With what?
With our conversation.
Oh. Excuse me. I don't know if I got picked up.
Women burp? Do you also?
Stop.
Women have bodily functions?
I feel like that's also another thing that coincides with like just misconceptions. I think you could talk about sexism when it comes to education or even in the health. We talked a little bit about like women, like pregnant women, but did you know when it comes to, this is a personal story.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that young girls don't get diagnosed with ADHD because it presents differently, and the ADHD diagnosis is based off of young boys.
That totally makes sense.
Right?
Yeah.
So, because I don't know if honestly, I can't even say for a fact if I'm high functioning or not, because as an adult, it's a lot more expensive and it's a lot more difficult to get tested. But because I was capable of getting my work done and doing well in school, I was just considered a chatterbox.
Yeah.
Not the fact that I just couldn't focus on one thing at once. You know, and then we were having a conversation because we also tried to self-diagnose your mother with ADHD.
She's going to send us this.
She is. We really need to stop because one day she will follow through. But until then. But it was just a lot of the things that she was saying. And I'm like, yes, when you get to a certain stage, like right now, like we've discussed before, it's like, should I consider going and getting medication, going in to get tested and all that stuff? And I'm like, at this point, it's more hassle because I figured out how to cope, you know? And I feel like you hear of that a lot with women who are just like, I never really realized that my life was more difficult because this was always my life because of the way that it's presented. And I think that kind of goes as well into the fact that a lot of medical research doesn't really take women into consideration. It's always an afterthought, right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing with like menstrual products as well, where it's like, it didn't come out recently that a lot of the menstrual products that you use are cancer containing.
Yeah.
But it's the only options that we have. And the fact as well that those products are also made by a man, and also the fact that technically those should be products that are free because majority of women have a period that they deal with every single month that they need those products for, but yet we have.
Good luck. But I guarantee you, if every woman went out there and they started bleeding in the subway stations and everything like that,
Yeah.
we'd get arrested.
Yeah. We get arrested and then they'd put us in jail.
Yeah.
And force us to pay for all the stuff before they're just like, oh, why don't we make it free?
Wow.
Or the fact that there's women birth control, like women typically are the ones that take birth control, even though I recently found out that a vasectomy is one of like the easiest surgeries to have done, and it's also reversible.
You see, my main issue is that the fact that men's hormones work like this and women's hormones this is my body every month. I'm like, what the hell? But you're trying to treat this. They're trying to get on the disco rave when they could just literally figure out something for this.
Yes. Yep.
Bro.
PCOS.
Period.
PCOS is polycystic ovarian syndrome.
That sounds right. She's a doctor.
I'm not.
She's a doctor.
I'm not a medical doctor. I'm a doctor, but we only share one brain cell.
I'm a master.
And we only share one brain cell.
One.
But yes, PCOS is is it considered a disease? I don't know. An ailment?
Let's go with it.
I'm gonna just say ailment for now. An ailment that I think when I read was 73% of women around the world have PCOS.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. At that point, that's just the normal.
I think so. Again, here's the issue with the podcast, and I want people to listen because we also got this in the comment section. We just be talking. We don't have any facts. To be honest,
no fact checker.
I look it up later on.
They'll be mad at your baby. He's cute.
He just wants to be in the middle. He said Shaggy, Scooby, Freddy, or Fred. But I have to check. I'll cross-check it later, and most often than not, because when we edit, we never fix it. But a good majority of women have PCOS, yet there is no cure for it. And I think it kind of coincides with the fact, kind of like what you said, the woman's hormones, that's yours, like, but mine is doing the exact same thing, but at a different frequency. You know what I mean? So there's no way to treat it. And it also shows up differently in every single person, right? There's some women who have a lot of hair growth in this PCOS. There's a lot of women that they lose a significant amount of weight, PCOS. There's women who gain a lot of weight and they can't lose it, PCOS. There's fatigue. And there's so many different things, and it's just umbrellaed PCOS. And yet there isn't really any funding, to my knowledge, into the research of trying to figure out what is going on, what is causing that in a woman's body, why do so many women have it, and what are ways that we can prevent it. Because even though there are methods to try to mitigate it, typically most women are told just lose weight. If you lose weight, you'll be fine. Even though PCOS, it's more difficult for you to lose weight. But if you just lose weight, you'll be fine.
Yeah. You see, it's just the fact that even the people who are learning about medical stuff in, schools, they don't even know, they don't learn anything about women. I mean, for one, in the textbooks, I remember there was a lady who was trying to get changes implemented into the textbooks because it was outdated information. And for example, one thing was for the uterus, they always show, even in biology class, they show the uterus as the two, I'm forgetting names, bro, but the uterus and then the two ovaries, that's what they're called. Yeah. Ovaries and fallopian tubes go like that. That's not what it looks like in our body.
What do you mean, Chanel?
the pictures that they
What do
show.
you mean, Chanel?
Listen. You'll find out in a second. Ha-cha-cha-cha-cha. So
Rada, rada.
rada. Chowder. Okay, anyway. Chowder's a cat, right? He could be Chowder next year.
If he lasts till next year, you can be Chowder. And you make it, because I swear to goodness, if you pee on my rug again.
But yeah, so that layout is what it looks like when it's outside of the body, which was a lot of the times they would take dead bodies, pull out the organs, and then they do research and all that stuff.
And they just laid them down.
And we're teaching people that's what it looks like, but that's what happens if you take it outside of the body. On the inside of the body, it's like curled up. It's like...
Interesting.
It's the little ovaries are here, and then the uterus is here, and it's just chilling.
You know what I mean?
Interesting.
So, it's certain things like that. There's a whole bunch of different, we don't need to get into it, but a whole bunch of different reproductive issues and things that they don't even know. There's no research on it.
Right.
None. And people are like, I'm a doctor? I have no idea. I'm giving people, what are they called? Dang, our brains are not sharp today. Okay, we're going to play charades. Are you ready?
I'm scared.
I don't think that's what it's called, but charades, you ready?
It is called charades.
Okay. So it is birth control. You insert it.
IUD.
IUD. Thank you. We're too good at this. Invite us to your parties. Okay, but it's an IUD.
We would actually eat at a charade party. Yeah,
we would. And we would be screaming.
We would be.
So they insert those with no pain medication. And
Yeah.
that's the way you're supposed to do it. But women are like, I literally passed out.
But why? Okay. That's that to me, because I've heard that as well. Why no pain meds?
Why no pain meds? You literally get knocked out for less.
Yeah. Why do I have to be awake for that? You already pay an anesthesiologist a lot of money. Why don't you just keep them for another hour or so?
Yeah.
Homegirl only needs like 30 minutes, if that.
Like, can we get a topical numbing shot? Something. But no.
One day we need to get, because we always come back to medical stuff. One day we'll have a guest, a woman in medicine.
Who could actually tell us the truth. Tell us the truth.
Exactly. Just educate us a little bit.
Education. Period. But yeah, so there's a lot of things that have not been studied about women in everything.
Yeah.
Like we said, this world is built for men.
And I don't even know what would cause there to be. Because I know it's mainly women that I have seen who are trying to put in the work, to put in the effort to kind of bridge those gaps. But again, if you don't have the funding to do that research, you can only get so much information in so much amount of time.
Yes.
So
we know how the funding game works.
Exactly. So it's kind of like, again, going back to the 4B movement, it just seems as though it's going to be tiny bits of progress over a span of time. And we can only hope that during our lifetime, we do see some changes that are permanent, but it's like, you need to get the people in power to care and to think that solving this problem solves their own problems. And right now, in the world that we live in, a woman's problem doesn't really solve anybody in power's problem.
No. So they just want money. And that, you just put your foot on the neck of everybody. And then you get your money. Yay. But yeah, it's just so weird to me that the dichotomy between men and women, and that like the worst thing you can be as a man is a woman, like anything like a woman. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Boys don't like pink.
Boys don't cry.
Boys don't cook. Boys don't bathe themselves.
Yeah, that's weak, bro.
The first time I saw that on a TV show where they were like, I can't even remember the TV show, where they called somebody a pussy for wanting to take a bath with soap. And I literally cocked my head and I was like, because, we're at this stage of life now and there's no real ingenuity, is that the word, when it comes to content? Like everything is like sourced from somewhere else.
Yeah.
Where you're just kind of piecing together ideas to kind of create your own. So I listened to that and I was like, somebody had to have said that somewhere.
Yeah.
Like nobody just made that up. That's like, So you think it's feminine to take showers? No. And this is the reason why, words, statistics have shown, thank you, that a man's life expectancy improves the moment that he gets married.
Yes. And then a woman's life expectancy goes down. It's like a man just pours all of his stress and everything into the woman.
It's so funny because it's like, again, society was initially set up where it was like hunter-gatherer. The guy would go out, hunt, gather, bring back. The woman would stay home, take care of the household, have the children. And statistics have shown that that's what causes the decline of women's health. Like the women that are happy are the ones that are who are older, who are single, like unmarried, and don't have any children. Mm-hmm. Those are the ones that are the happiest.
But in our society, if you're one of those women, you're an old maid.
Yeah, you're ostracized. You're a pariah.
Mm-hmm. And then all the men who are in the same situation, they're not losers. They're bachelors, and they can still get married, and it's fine. And all the men, we don't need to get married. Marriage is for chumps. And all the women are like, please.
That's what you see. Like that's essentially what rom-coms are for the most part. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, what is it? Pretty Woman, 27 Dresses, Bridesmaids, I think is the one. It's like there's always the woman character who is like older, seemingly older, seen to be, like you said, as a pariah, unwanted until like some guy shows up and is like
Prince Charming.
Yeah. So again, it's society that's setting women up into thinking that them being happy and living the lifestyle that they want can essentially be a bad thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Where it's like, you can, if you want to, you can get married, you can have children, but it's the fact that there's exterior pressure to force people to want to do that. Like because we're about to be 30, a lot of people probably look at it and be like, oh, you know?
Oh my God.
We both talked about when we were like, 13, 14 in high school, about how it's like, oh yeah, we're going to be married by 25.
Then we're going to have 3 children.
Before 30. And then the idea of being, oh my God, that terrifies me.
Bro, I don't even have a pet.
Yeah, it's a lot. I might not have one come this time next year. Quit peeing on my stuff, Scooby.
Yeah,
it's just a lot.
You peed on my stuff too, so welcome to the club.
It's too much of a commitment, and it's too much of a stress. Yeah. Because even when it comes to like travel, trying to figure out who can take care of him, when it comes to like making sure he has food and have water, it's always like another thought in my mind. Like I can't be making decisions without concerning him, and I'm like, the stress. Mm-hmm. I want a stress-free life.
Stress-free.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's enough for us to worry about as women.
Yeah.
In this day and age without children as well.
Exactamente.
But yeah, let's end this conversation here. We definitely didn't touch on everything.
Not at all. Not even
close. We literally could spend 10 hours talking about this.
Yeah, because there's another aspect into sexism when you get into, because tied into it is the transphobia of the world.
Transphobia, exactly.
While there's like, what is it? I think they've said it's like, when you think of like the class of the world, if you are a woman, you are seen as lesser. If you're a woman of color, you're seen as even more. But then if you're a woman of color who is trans, and then a woman of color who is trans disabled, that is like what is the word I'm looking for? The like not less deserved, but like I don't remember, but
we're going with this.
Yeah, the class that's seen as lesser. Yeah, the lowest of the classes. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that all ties into the sexism conversation. But I'm gonna be honest, I'm not well educated and well versed to have a full conversation on it. I can only speak to what I know.
Hey,
yeah,
we just be talking.
We do be talking.
We don't be researching.
Not at all. But we don't be researching, but I know the facts that I'm stating has a source somewhere.
It's grounded in reality.
It's grounded in reality.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But I don't have it for you right now. I'm not going to say because...
And nor am I going to look it up, girl.
No,
we've done enough studying for a lifetime. We really have.
Yeah.
But if you want to do it in the comments, please. We welcome it.
And in the comments, let it be like actual research. Like at this point, anything that you say that is against us, it's not founded in anything, you're going to get blocked.
Blocked.
I'm going to be honest. I don't got time for it. I was sitting there reading it. Some of them were hee hee ha ha funny. Some of them were just borderline, like, to the point of what we were saying, racist, sexist.
Yep.
So at that point, I'm like, you gotta go.
Blacks.
You gotta go.
But yeah, what wonderful time, Cindy, we're living in.
It's Fred.
Oh, sorry, Fred. My name's Shaggy,
Yeah.
and we're in character.
Yeah.
Ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh. I don't even know a Fred catchphrase. I should have looked up at least
I feel
one.
like he's like, hey, gang,
all right, gang.
gang, gang. And then what does Fred do? Or what am I? Shaggy?
Yeah,
What does Shaggy do?
he eats.
I'm going to be eating right after this.
I'm hungry too.
Mm,
Breakfast.
breakfast.
Ooh.
Oh, we recorded in the daytime now. Y'all thought we were vampires. Think again.
Anyways, deuces, Shaggy.
Bye.
Bye.
Is someone knocking on my door? Hello? Open the door. Open the door. I'm filming a podcast right now. Goodbye.
Hi.
You want to say hi to the podcast?
No, thank you.
Okay, bye.